The Street Fighter franchise and I have a lot in common. We both have a fresh new look. We've both learned to evolve with the changing times. And most importantly, we're back. So ladies and gentlemen, again, my name's Orlando Wilson, and this is Game Time. Can you believe it's been 10 years since Street Fighter 3? 10 years since Capcom made a numeric sequel to the original franchise. Since then, arcades have been shut down all across the country, and other fighters have taken the #1 spot in the minds of gamers. Or at least that was the case until Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting was released on Xbox Live to resounding critic and fan praise. After the success of the arcade download, production on Street Fighter 4 began immediately. So, does the final product go for broke? Or is it just broken? Just as the excitement of the previous, now legendary tournament finally fades, word on a new fighting tournament spreads like wildfire among martial artists across the globe. The new tournament reunites gamers with the original cast from Street Fighter 2, which of course includes legends like Ken, Ryu, Bison, and Miss Thunderthighs herself, Chun-Li. It also introduces us to 4 new characters who each have their own motivation for beating the world's best. The main arcade mode allows players to follow their favorite fighter on their journey to become the world champion. The neat thing about arcade mode is that everyone's story opens and ends with the anime cutscene made exclusively for the game. These scenes look great, but barely give gamers insight into characters' storylines. On top of that, the lip syncing is completely off.
They're holding a tournament to draw in the world's strongest fighters?
If it's true, that must mean that the police project is still going.
Even with that said, they certainly do pay homage to the 2D gaming of yesteryear, and are simply fun to watch. Once you rise through the ranks with your character, you'll have an intense battle with your rival. These encounters start with stellar looking cutscenes that use the in-game engine. It would have been great to see more of these, if only to see the characters up close.
I'm honored to finally meet you in person.
I don't know who you are, nor do I care. Your technology, however, intrigues me. Bestow it upon me, and I may let you live.
The arcade mode, of course, ends with the all-powerful boss, who always seems to be one step ahead of you at all times. Seth is a new enemy who borrows moves from other fighters, but adds a little something extra to each one that can really piss you off. But if you continue to switch up your attacks, or stick with one that actually works, you'll come out on top. You also have a chance to unlock secret characters, like Dan, Sakura, and Akuma, depending on who you beat the game with. In a word, Street Fighter 4's gameplay is very traditional, so it sticks with a 6-button layout with 3 for punching and 3 for kicking. So all the moves you could pull off before, like Ryu's Hadouken and Guile's Flash Kick, can be pulled off with ease now. Pressing both light attack buttons still initiates a throw, while pressing both heavy attack buttons initiates a personal action or taunt. New to this game around are focus attacks, which are executed by pressing both medium attack buttons. Focus attacks are chargeable moves that allow a fighter to absorb one attack from an opponent before they launch a counterattack. A completely charged focus attack can break through an enemy shield and leave them open for a free hit. 2 more additions to the game include the EX and Revenge gauges located at the bottom of the screen. The more hits you land on an opponent, the more your EX gauge fills. You can save your gauge up to unleash super combos, or use them for EX attacks, which power up special moves for your character. On the opposite end of the spectrum is the Revenge gauge, which fills up every time you take damage. If your Revenge gauge is filled at least halfway, you'll be able to use Ultra combos, which are really flashy finishers that'll leave opponents devastated.
You cannot dodge what you cannot see! Got you!
The addition of the Focus Attack, EX, and Revenge gauge makes Street Fighter 4 an offensive-oriented game, which instantly broadens its appeal and makes it more enjoyable for the casual gamer. Unlike Street Fighter 3rd Strike's defensive-focused parry system, the new features also add a layer of depth that will definitely separate intermediate and advanced players. The graphics in Street Fighter 4 speak for themselves, and all they're saying is gorgeous. It doesn't take long at all to get used to the new muscle-infused fighters or the occasional spray of ink smudges and strokes. The fighters all have a stylized, hand-drawn look, which again pays homage to the arcade years. An interesting thing about the look of the game is the animation. Fighters react to every attack and every hit. It's amazing. Backgrounds also react to whatever's happening in the foreground. Some people might not enjoy the anime cutscenes, but everyone can agree that the in-game graphics are top-notch. This is how to revive a franchise. Capcom used Street Fighter 2 as a template and added everything they needed to bring it to a new generation. The look is brand new, but the feel is still the same, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Anyone can enjoy the online fights, but it's the hardcore gamers who will of course dominate the boards, and they'll definitely be sure to take advantage of the time trial and survival modes. So if you're a die-hard fan, definitely pick this one up. If not, rent it. Either way, you'll enjoy this classic one-on-one fight. That's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you check out my next video.